So the question we're going to ask in this video is, how do you multiply disciples? So if we look at the scripture of Paul to Timothy, Paul writes a letter to Timothy, 2 Timothy. If we look at chapter 2, we can see that this is what Paul was doing. He was multiplying disciples. He writes this letter, and he says in 2 Timothy 2:2, he says that if this would be Paul, he says to Timothy, right here, all right, Tim, what you've heard from me in the presence of many witnesses, entrust to faithful men, who will be able to teach others also. So these would be others. And so for us, we can use this as a tool to track and also to analyze what does it look like for us to multiply disciples. And so I can then write my name in here as Timothy. This would be me. And I want to identify as I'm doing this, who is investing in me, who's discipling me, who's pouring into me and helping me multiply disciples. And then I can think about who are some faithful men that I am investing in. But when we think about faithful men, we can see here that Paul actually gives a really simple explanation of, well, what are these faithful men and what are they to look like? Paul, after the second verse in this scripture, he says a few different things. So we see one characteristic that he wants is he wants them to be faithful, right? But we also see that it says here, for no soldier gets entangled in civilian affairs. So we see that they make themselves available to the task. That's the A. And then we also see it says a good athlete is not crowned unless he competes according to the rules. And we know athletes are willing to practice as much as possible to win the race. And so we can just see this as teachable as a T. And so when we're looking to make disciples, we can use this acronym, F.A.T, F-A-T, to find out who are the faithful men that we want to invest in. And we see that this creates 1, 2, 3, 4 generations of multiplication, which will go on and on until everyone is reached with the gospel.